Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Australian Premium Solar India Limited H1 FY26 conference call hosted by Confidely Partner. As a reminder, all participants' line will be in listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask the questions. After the presentation concludes, please note that this conference is being recorded. Before we begin, I would like to point out that this conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company, which are based on the belief, opinion, and expectation of the company as of the date of this call. This statement do not guarantee the future performance of the company, and it may involve risk and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. I would now like to hand over the floor to Mr. Parth from Confidely Partner. Thank you, and over to you, Parth.
Thanks, Krisha. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Parth from Confidely Partners. We represent the investor relations for Australian Premium Solar India Limited. On behalf of Confidely Partners, I warmly welcome you all to H1 FY26 earnings call of Australian Premium Solar India Limited. The company will be represented by Mr. Nikunj Patel, who's the Chairman and Executive Director, and Mr. Kalpesh Vakharia, who's the Chief Financial Officer of the company. Now, I would like to hand over the call to Mr. Nikunj ji. Thanks, and over to you, Nikunj sir.
Thank you very much, dear. Yeah. Let me just yes. Good morning, everyone. We are very pleased to report the strong performance of this financial year result for first half of this year. It reflects the strength of our business model and also the growing demand for the renewable energy within our country. Despite we had some GST regulation challenges for 3 weeks and also the better monsoon, which makes challenges in execution of the project, we have come up with the strong figures for this quarter. The key milestone up to now is we have successfully commissioned 400 megawatt TOPCon line within a time limit on this Lampacham before 2 weeks ago. That will make the total capacity 400 megawatt TOPCon and 400 megawatt monopark. So total it will be 800 megawatt facility. The further 400 megawatt facility will be we are expecting to start before the within the first quarter of the next financial year between April to June. The overall in first quarter of the next financial year, our total capacity will be 800 plus 400, 1.2 gigawatt. If we see the growth as per the segments we are working on, the solar pump segment is showing the continuous momentum, and we are expecting 35 to 40% revenue from this segment for this financial year with the expected margin. Currently, we have got approval from the 10 different states from the local government agency. Our EPC division also growing their C&I segment, not only in Gujarat, but also in Maharashtra and Rajasthan, and we are expecting 15 to 20% growth from our EPC division. Our wholesale distribution also expanding from Gujarat, Rajasthan, and Maharashtra to Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Haryana, and South India. We are expecting 50% revenue from this division for this financial year. As said earlier, overall, we are expecting 75% plus CAGR for this year and coming year. We are advancing our backward integration initiative to further maintain our profitability and increase the revenue long term by adding 4 gigawatt solar cell manufacturing facility. First phase will be 1 gigawatt machinery, which requires 900 to 950 crores capex. Once again, thank you very much for everyone's time. And now I hand over the floor to my colleague Kalpesh Vakharia, as a CFO for Australian Premium Solar. Thank you, Kalpesh.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for attending our investor con call. I, Kalpesh Vakharia, would like to take you through the financial highlights for the first half of FY26. Our total income stood at brilliant 302.93 CR compared to 164.24 CR in half 1 FY25, which is a strong growth of 84.5% year on year. EBITDA increased by 121.9% to 43.28 CR, with EBITDA margin also improving to 14.29% from 11.88% last year, primarily driven by higher operating leverage and improved product mix. PAT grew 118.7% to 28.60 crore, with PAT margin expanding by 148 basis points to 9.44%. Our earning per share also increased for half 1 FY26 stood at 14.19, up from 6.63 in the same period last year. On the balance sheet front, the company continues to maintain a healthy financial position with a net debt to equity ratio of just 0.05 as of September 2025, reflecting our prudent capital management and strong cash generation. The commissioning of our new 400 megawatt TOPCon line during the October month marks a key capacity milestone and is expected to further strengthen our top line and margin performance in the coming quarters. We fully remain committed to maintaining strong financial discipline while supporting our next phase of growth, including the upcoming solar cell manufacturing project. Thank you so much for listening to me, and you can now just bring all your questions, whatever you have, to us. Thank you so much.
Participants who would like to ask the questions may raise their hands. Mr. Raman, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So, hi, sir. I'm Raman from Sequent Investment. I have a few questions with respect to the company. What's our current order book?
Raman, as we said earlier as well, we are working in a 3 segment. One is our pump segment, where we have a fixed order for the next 2 to 4 months. In distribution, we have a 66 distributor, but we take every month order because there is always a fluctuation of 15 to 20 paisa in per watt in the pricing. And for our retail, we get a everyday order. So for solar pump, our order book is 310 crores at the moment.
Okay, which will be executed over the next 4 months, if my understanding is right.
For 4 to 6 months.
Okay.
And then other division is we just do as it comes.
Okay. Sir, I just want to understand the capacity.
Yes.
You said you have the old capacity of 400 monoperk and now 400 TOPCon. But I think when we by the end of Q1 we already had 600 megawatt capacity, right?
Yes. Yes.
And upon that you
Yes.
added 400 more in October,
Yes.
which takes the capacity to 1 gigawatt.
Yes. In month of March, when we had a 600, we had a 400 monopark and 200 megawatt poly capacity.
Okay.
So the poly capacity now we just sold means those machinery. So now we have 400 megawatt monopark and 400 megawatt TOPCon facility, because for poly panels there is not in a demand overall. Yes, Raman.
And how much did you sold this 200 megawatt of poly capacity?
No. It's just disassemble and dismantle and sold, because always 30-40% of the machinery we can utilize in existing facility, but like only the tabber machine which we cannot use. So usually we have to dismantle and sell it to the the weight metal price.
So, you got revenue in front of that, right? If my understanding is right. So I'm just asking, how much did you dismantled it and sold the
Yeah.
unusable
So
parts?
that will be, as I said, it's at metal price, means at scrap price, but I can check and let you know. It won't be much. It may
Okay.
be less than 50 lakhs.
Okay, understood, sir. And so, I just want to understand, we operate in three divisions: pump segment, distribution, and retail. In pump segment, we just do EPC, right? We don't
Yes.
manufacture pumps and all that stuff.
No. Because in pump segment, 50% cost is from solar panel,
Mhm.
10% cost is from the pump, and the 10% cost from the uh, uh, mounting systems like metal, and the 10% is soft cost like installation, transportation, 10 to 15%, 10 to 15%, including sales commission and everything, and remaining is the margin. So overall, the pump manufacturing can give only contribute up to 10%.
Yeah, I understood that, but I just want
But
to understand.
we are not doing that.
Yeah, I just want to understand, out of this segment, you do mounting and installation, right?
No, we do the panel supply as well.
Panel supply, mounting, and installation.
Yes, and that project comes as a tender to us. So the pump only we purchase from the partners.
So this has a gross margin. This segment has a gross margin of around, let's say, 60 to 70%,
How come?
because you're supplying solar panels as well as you're doing mounting and installation as well as you're doing the project execution part.
Yeah, so if we, it's not 60 to 70%. The the margin we are expecting the from pump division is 12 to 15%.
That's all.
So 12 to 15% is margin because the panel uh, have a cost, the mounting have a cost, the installation have a cost, the transportation have a cost. So there is, and this is a service business. In service business, the margin is always 15% with
Understood.
product with service.
And so my last question is with respect to your retail division. In retail, we are selling solar water pumps and I think solar grid inverters, if I'm right.
In retail, we sell the solar panel and the grid inverter, not the solar and solar water pump for the Kusum projects. But
Okay.
that's we can, when we say pump division, the solar pump we consider as a pump division. In retail division, grid inverter and solar panel and kit. Like in kit, there is mounting systems and also some electrical kit as well.
So yeah, my question is with respect to this solar grid inverter. Are we manufacturing it in-house, or are we outsourcing the manufacturing of the solar grid inverter? And
We out For now we outsource.
yeah, is there any plan for starting a
Yes,
in-house manufacturing?
it is in a planning.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Raman.
Before we proceed further, Nikunj, there's one question in the chat. It's from Krunal Patel. So his question is, what can be combined revenue of 1 gigawatt solar module and 1 gigawatt solar cell after December 2026 when we commence that cell manufacturing in Q4 FY27?
No, the cell manufacturing takes 18 to 20 months just to start. So it will up and running on 27th, after June 27th. But 1 gigawatt solar panel, we can expect a 1200 to 1200 crores turnover from the solar panel manufacturing and remaining from the projects. Say like when we do the EPC, that segment always give 3 times more than the or at least double turnover than the solar panel. When we do pump, it's 2.5 times. So overall, once we as a APS have a 1 gigawatt facility and up and running at full 12 months, we can expect above 1500 to 1800 crores turnover.
Kalyan K, please introduce yourself.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
Good morning, sir. Nikun, sir. First of all, congratulations for a very good set of numbers and
Thank you very much.
consistent growth you are showing. So I think you are the one of the best management I have seen in this stock market, because every time you are doing surprises without raising the debit. That is a key point that I am liking very, very, very much regarding your management qualities. So even
Thank
after
you.
doing so much of capex, still our debit levels are very, very low, almost nil, I think.
Yes, that's
first
what
of
we
all,
like
on
to hear.
on this front, I wish to congratulate you, sir, and your
Thank you
team.
very much. Yes.
Sir, I wish to ask you a couple of questions. First question is regarding our capex and everything. So you are having a very, very, very excellent vision. So very good, very short period of time, you will become the one of the manufacturers in TOPCon solar cells. Okay, sir. But as an investor, our company, what I am feeling that we are little bit lag in going for capex. That I am feeling. Why? Because when compared with our other peers, they're already started the solar cell manufacturing plants, and they are likely to commission in this financial year or the next financial year, in the mid of the next financial year, most of the companies. So I think somewhere we are a little bit late on this front. That is my first question. Second question, sir.
Yes. You are correct. We initially had options to operate the solar cell facility in other state than Gujarat, but we as a management decided to stay in Gujarat and especially near our facility. And we have find out some land almost 3 to 4 months ago, and our water application approvals is in a process. So until because in solar cell manufacturing, the key things is the water approvals from the government. And as soon as we get that, everything else is line up and tied up, including the banking, including the key management staff, including the technical partners overseas. But until the government approval doesn't come, we have to wait.
Yes.
And we don't want to start in other states because most of our staff are in Gujarat. And we are, of course, we have a good management team, and we can do so much within little capacity or little capital. But we don't want to just for now. We think it's a better we work in Gujarat or from Gujarat.
Okay, sir. Sir, my another question is that, sir, so many solar companies are planning go for renewable energy, like they're going for hydrogen business and everything. So, like that, of course, it is a very, very initial stage, I think, even though whether you are planning for it in the near future, anything like that, for green hydrogen.
So you are correct. The hydrogen is still not, worldwide. Still, it's not mature technology. but definitely the battery energy storage, we have our eyes on it. The battery energy storage is getting matured. If we talk about in Australia, say
Sir,
like from last 2 quarters,
sir.
I am working in Australian solar industry since last 15 years, and
Yes, sir. Yes.
the solar battery means battery systems already started getting mature in Australia. So I'm expecting within 2 years, not maybe within 2 years, earlier, I'm expecting some good movement will start happening or already happen in India as well.
So whether we are going to have some interest on that front also, sir?
Yes, please.
Okay.
We are looking
Okay.
into it.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Mhm.
And finally, sir, as we are seeing the results, year-on-year numbers are very, very excellent. But from last 2 quarters, quarter-on-quarter numbers slightly modest.
Yeah.
Hope I think recent capex commissioning of model manufacturing of 400 megawatt that might increase the QOQ numbers also in the upcoming. Can I expect that, sir?
Yes, you can. And if we are already utilizing our facility at maximum level in last
Yes.
quarter, previous quarter. So last
Yes,
quarter,
sir.
we haven't had a room to increase our, production capacity.
Yes,
And
sir.
also, little bit GST change government announced on 4th. So between 4th to 22nd, everybody was hesitant to take the panels because the GST reduced from almost 10 reduce up to 5%. And the other thing was because of the monsoon, some projects order was already there, but they couldn't pick up the stock because of they couldn't execute some projects, But still, overall, with help of different segment, and we have a diversification in different segments, we achieved the same number as the last quarter. And
Okay.
we
Then what?
definitely in solar industry for specifically retail and pump, we always say from November, December, January, February, and March is like solar month in India. The good weather, good demand. By April, many people have they want to finish their projects. Either it's a government project or either it's a C&I projects. So always in last we are working in India since 2013. So that's what my 10 years experience say. Always last 6 months always perform better than the first 6 months. And the good thing is we now got the capacity expansion at right time as well. So
Yes, sir.
definitely, as you are expecting, I am expecting good numbers as well.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. Thanks for the opportunity for. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
you welcome, Kalyan.
Thank you, sir.
Just a quick reminder to everyone, if you have any questions, please raise your hand using the reaction tab. Mr. Archit Agarwal, please introduce yourself and speak.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
Archit.
my name is Archit Agrawal and I am from StepTrade Capital. My question is with regards to the margin profile. As you have mentioned, the margin profile for pump, which is 12 to 15%. So, what is the margin for other segments?
For wholesale, we are expecting 10 to 11%. For retail, we are expecting 15 to 18%.
Okay. And
And
what is the current capacity? Like you have added 400 megawatt TOPCon line, so it is already commenced or
yeah, it's already commenced. So this month we are expecting 30% output. Next month we are expecting 60 to 50 to 60%, and month after we are expecting full capacity because we need some ramp up time.
Okay. And this next phase of 400 megawatt, it will be commenced from Q1 FY27, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And 1 gigawatt solar cell, when it will be commenced?
From the date of approval, it will take 18 months.
Okay. And the
So
cap.
we are expecting in by June 27.
Okay. And the
For
capex
now.
of 900 to 950 crore you have mentioned. So
Yes.
you will take the date or how it will be?
So we are expecting to invest 30% in a business and 70% will come from by debt.
Okay. Okay. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Mr. Neeraj Joshi, please introduce yourself. Joseph, sorry.
Maybe Mr. Joseph is on mute.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir. So congratulations on the good set of numbers.
Neeraj, I
Hello.
couldn't hear you properly.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. So I don't have a question, so only a suggestion.
Yes, please.
Yeah, and that is that it is very good that we are venturing into solar cells and the battery energy storage. But as somebody has pointed out earlier, our competitors have already started the capex on this. So I think we should maybe work on this as fast as possible. Only a suggestion, no questions from my side.
Yes, yes, you are correct, and we are also our top management also working closely with government. And the good thing is we already have our contracts done for long-term contract done for the local solar cell availability with Jupiter, and also for TOPCon solar cell. We already getting regular supply from the local market because of our experience in the industry and our relationship with different companies. But in meantime, we are also eagerly wants to start solar cell for now as soon as possible.
Okay, sir, that's all from my side. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. Achut Prabhat, you can speak next.
Maybe Mr. Prabhat is on mute.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Ajit.
Hello,
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, you are audible, you can speak.
Yeah. So actually, if we see in even in Twitter, like a lot of people are saying like we are going to get overcapacity in FY27. Can you provide your view on that? Like, is it true or?
If we see, I already said many times in the past, if we see the China overall energy demand before 20 years, it was 400 gigawatt active power station requirement. And currently, India is also on 400 gigawatt active power requirement. So before 20 years, China was there, and currently China is sitting on 2,800 gigawatt active power requirement for the energy. That means within a 20 years, our overall energy consumption for India will go up. Even if we don't touch at China, still we need 5 times more energy than where we are at the moment. So every year and year, year in, year out, our energy requirement will grow up. The current setup, the government of India is looking for 500 gigawatt for renewable energy. Out of that, 300 gigawatt from solar. That means 40 to 50 gigawatt solar renewable energy we are expecting every year from now onwards. From recent report for the solar panel, including the recent capacity expansion, there is 120 to 130 gigawatt solar panel available, manufacturers available in industry, including some monopark facility, and some maybe have a poly as well. Very little, but some. So the overall energy requirement will, and also this is a nameplate capacity. So the actual production from the so whatever the nameplate capacity, the actual production is usually 70 to 75%. So of course, India have 20 to 30%. There will be 20 to 30% additional capacity, but each and every month there is not a symmetrical demand. Like 6 to 9 months, India need, say, like it's not, if we need a 48 gigawatt requirement every year, it's not like 4 gigawatt requirement coming every year, every month. Some month it coming 6 gigawatt, some month it coming 3 gigawatt. So the companies who doesn't have a diversified portfolio, of course, they may have few months or few quarters not good performance, and few quarters will be good performance. But a company like APS, who have the diversified portfolio, they can maintain each and every quarter in and out at least what they need.
Okay, thank you. Like, I mean, are the margins sustainable in the near future?
Margin, of course, there should be some pressure on the margin for upcoming years, but it will be adjusted by the top line revenue. And as long as we are entering in the vertical integration, the margin will also will be increased also. So for next, I believe from now up to 5 years, Indian renewable energy margin will be sustainable.
Yeah, thank you. That answers my question. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Nikunj, we can, in the Q&A section, there are a couple of questions. So one is from Nayan Gupta. His question is, what are your views on overcapacity concerns in indigenous solar module? Please discuss that demand versus supply in coming years in Indian solar sectors, and what would be the effect of government policies coming in June 2026?
Okay. From the June 20, like, see, there is already ALMM requirement now. So from the June 2026, it is not going to change so much because still there will be C&I segment and some personal project will be, the solar cell will be keep imported, because currently also the rooftop projects are under ALMC. The pump projects are under ALMC, and only the bigger projects, which is from the say like Coal India and the NTPC, those projects will come under ALMC from 2026 onwards, which APS is not doing at all up to now. So for us, there will be not many changes, but overall market, yes, there is a good demand of local solar cell in upcoming years. We don't have any exact numbers, how many manufacturers are planning. There are many people saying they are planning, but how many will be executed within next 12 to 24 months, that will be very important. But the people overall, if we have 80 to 90 gigawatt capacity of solar cell, we do have a ability where everybody can make a good margin as what business needs. But currently we have only 20 gigawatt running capacity as per the recent reports. 2025 running is 15, but then few are coming. So 25 gigawatt is what some reports say.
We have Mr. Sandeep Kaur to ask the question right now.
I'm
Sir,
Sandeep
you are
Kapoor,
unmuted.
not Sandeep Kaur. I am Sandeep Kapoor, not Sandeep Kaur. There are three issues that I have. I'd like to address to the management.
Yes.
Will you be able to maintain your margins similar to last year, or will these margins rise? That's the first question.
We will maintain, and we are pushing for the little bit better performance than the last year.
Sir, can you be more specific with the numbers?
So I will pass it to our CFO. Maybe he will be right person. But overall, I am expecting a better year than last year. But Kalpesh, you like to say
Yes.
add something?
Hi Sandeep, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm an investor in your company, and I look forward to grow with you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we also would like, everybody grows with our company. So I would like to answer this question about the margins going forward. So right now, as the Nikun bhai said, that pump we have got margin of about 13 to 15%. Wholesale has got about 10 to 11%, and retail has got about 15 to 18%. And this margin has sustained in the last 3 quarters. And going forward also in the next 3 to 4 quarters, we expect the same amount of margin. Probably wholesale can go down a little bit because of the competition. Probably say from right now it is 10.50, 10.75 right now. So it can go down to 10% max, but not more than that. In pump, we continue to maintain the margin because the order book that we have got the margin, in the next 6 months that we are going to get. And for the retail will definitely have good margins because retail and Sienna have got good margin of about 15 to 18%, which we continue to sustain for the next 3 to 4 quarters.
Can I continue with my second question?
Yes, please.
Considering that there's a lot of new capacity coming up, whether it's Wari, nearly every player is expanding. So, what is your company's future strategy? Would you be dependent more on tenders, or would your strategy be more focused towards actual users and your pump business?
Good question, Sandeep. Nikunj here. India, as I said, as a India, we have 40 to 50 gigawatt every year requirements. So 30% requirement comes from the residential, C&I and pump segment. Another 70%, means 35 gigawatt comes from the ground mounting projects. So as a APS, from this quarter, we have started recruiting the salespeople who can go and speak to the project developer. Because until now, our capacity was always occupied for the remaining 35% of the market share, like residential, C&I and a pump project. And it is always easy to get 50 megawatt orders and do your turnover. But it is always hard to do 50 kilowatt, 100 kilowatt projects, and we have done that very nicely. And I must say, I must congratulate our team for that. And that ability, again, we are working in very limited states. Example for residential, we are just doing in Gujarat, Rajasthan and Maharashtra. But that we can expand to so many states in coming periods very easily because we have a good exposure working in this. Earlier, we were just working in Gujarat. We have added the Rajasthan, and then we have added the Maharashtra. So that that division itself can grow for next 3 to 5 years easily. Which for other manufacturer, if they want to come in this segment, it takes easily 2 to 3 years or 4 years. But for APS to grow, to go in the ground mounting project supply, it may take two good salespeople, and then that's it. Because we are in manufacturing since last 12 years. People know us as a brand. We have so many solar panel installed in country since last 12 years, and they are up and running as well. Just only difference will be they were 100 kilowatt job, and this is going to be 1 megawatt job. So we have 66% market share is open for us to expand. And for us, to keep the 1.2 gigawatt capacity busy, I don't feel that challenging at all in even coming period. Because we are one of the pioneer solar panel manufacturer in India. And we don't have, we don't want for now, like within 3 months or 6 months, we don't want like 5 gigawatt or 10 gigawatt.
That's a very good strategy. So basically, you're saying your focus is going to be your own end consumption in residential and pumps. Is my understanding correct?
And we will grow in ground mounting supply now. So if we see overall portfolio, because until now we had 400 megawatt capacity. So 400 megawatt will easily consumed by residential supply and the pump. So even we are adding 400. So even we do up to 600 megawatt for our in-house projects for solar pump distribution and the residential. Still, we only may require 400 to 600 megawatt capacity, and which we still have 6 months to grow that division, and that holds 66% of India market.
Can I continue with my questions, or should I hand over to somebody else?
No. You can.
So can you give me a breakdown on what kind of percentage is pump, how much is ground installation, how much is residential? What kind of breakdown do we have?
So
in terms of the turnover or in terms of the profit percentage?
Both.
Okay. In terms of the turnover, until these first 6 months, I pass it to Kalpesh because he has the exact figure, so you can get the correct information. Yes, Kalpesh.
Yes, Sandeep, this is Kalpesh here again. So in pump, we had got a turnover of 102 crore, 0.89 lakhs in April to September quarter. In wholesale, that is our distribution side, we have got a turnover of about 165 CR. And retail, our EPC business, retail rooftop, residential rooftop, and CNI has a turnover of about 34 crores. With a margin, as I said earlier, that pump had given a margin of about 15%, which is a profit of about 15.5 CR. And wholesale distribution department has got a margin of 10.25%, which has got a profit of 16.99 CR, about 17 CR, And retail has got a margin of 17%, which is about 5.75 CR.
Nikunj, I am sure I'm addressing your marketing team. What is your strategy? Would you have your own teams in place for marketing, or will you do it through dealers and self-appointed dealers or wholesalers? Or what is your strategy, marketing strategy going forward?
See, when say like state like Gujarat, even we support all our distributor in other state as well. But state like Gujarat, our marketing, we have in-house marketing team. But they say like if we are starting in a new state, say like in MP, then we support our distributor. We have in-house marketing team. He support our distributor business to do the marketing for his business and our business together. So
okay, go on. Yeah.
So the channels the states where we have strongly established, where we basically spend in marketing based on the revenue per state. So this state, if we are doing that much revenue, we do certain percentage of the marketing. And yes.
Nikunj, since I'm a business myself, when you do this kind of a marketing, what kind of people do you have in maintenance? How many people in marketing, and how many people say for overall looking at the structure? So, are you going to have a very thin structure, or are you going to have a hierarchical structure for this marketing?
So, see, when the marketing for a residential rooftop, whichever state we active, all the call comes to our call center, and we train our staff to close the sales on phone. We do have the service team because anyway for distribution as well we need a service team. So we use like say every 50 kilometer or 75 kilometer or 100 kilometer. So when we have a strong penetration within 50 kilometer radius, we will have the one service person. So in Gujarat, we have like 14 to 15 service people. But if customer wants them to visit, so same people go and visit and collect the documents from the customer as well. So they do both. They support the sales and they do support the actual service as well to all the division, like pump division, wholesale division, and the retail division. So basically for sales, we need one good call center, and we can expand the sales for residential. For the installation, all the installation happen by the contractors. So we have identified contractors, we give them a training, we also check their installation randomly. Initially 5 installation, we must check, we approve them. After that, every randomly 1 out of 10 installation get checked by our team as well.
Nikunj,
So
I have 3 suggestions. This strategy is okay, but you need to be more proactive. For example, when I look on the social media, I find your presence is hardly there, and I see that it's on the social media, YouTube, Instagram. This is what people look at. So in the social media front, your presence is hardly, I would say, insignificant. Your competition is there. Adani is there. Waaree is there. Your others are there, but I don't see you there. So may I suggest that you have a team just for social marketing, the social media marketing?
Thank you very much. It's a very good suggestion. But even last report I got from marketing team, we got LinkedIn. We are already there. Even Facebook, we have more than 4,000 followers. But maybe in some states, yes, we are strong. In some states, because of our capacity was 400 megawatt, and we were limited by capacity as well. So we follow strongly 7S structure in our business. See, when our sales increase, our service needs to increase, our system needs to increase, but our staff need to increase. But until now, our capacity was 400 megawatts. So if we get a big orders from, even in Gujarat, say like somebody comes and give 15 megawatt order last quarter, we couldn't execute those orders because 400 megawatt we have already our regular orders. Maybe now we can start 5 megawatt, 10 not even more than 15 megawatts order in a month. Still we may do up to 5, 10 or 15 megawatt because we have already existing business and channels available. And marketing we do step by step, but it is very good suggestion. Maybe to expand in Facebook, it is not very costly, and also in Instagram and LinkedIn. So I will put some additional pressure on our team, and we will make that achieve. But as yes,
YouTube is a very good channel. Today's youth is looking at YouTube, and
Yes.
I suggest also working with influencers. The fact I know your presence, I mean, you have a very limited manufacture and you're this thing, and you don't have much to sell. But the point is that social marketing is actually seeding. The results you'll get in 2 years, 3 years, you must have a very strong presence. Regardless, you must have a spend on social media, and take it from me, it really pays.
Yes. We already experienced well in say like Gujarat, because Gujarat we have very good so many installers in our database, so we can install 1.52 megawatt every month, and we had an influencer since last 8 to 12 months in Gujarat, also some YouTube advertisement and Facebook advertisement, and we, as you said, we are getting so many inquiries, more inquiries as per our target. So similar things we can easily now start in Maharashtra and Gujarat and Rajasthan, but for that we need internal strength within a say like production capacity. We were limited by production capacity by now, but now with the YouTube and Facebook, the good thing is it's by postcode wise or by state wise. So until now we were strong in Gujarat. I'm not sure which state you are in, but if maybe you are in Bombay, then maybe within 3 to 6 months you will start looking some presence in that state as well. And if you are in Rajasthan, maybe you already start looking APS there. But currently these 3 will be our strategic, and MP we are adding on. So these 4 will be our strategic states for next 3 to 6 months. Then we will add some more states and more states.
Very good strategy.
Yeah.
Can I continue with my question, or do you like me to
Thank
go
you,
back to
sir,
the queue?
Randeep, sir. We'll now move forward to the Q&A section.
But it is nice speaking with you, Sandeep, Mr. Kapoor. We will be in touch. And can you please pass our email address? So if he has a more question, we can always discuss, because it's always good to discuss with like-minded people.
I will put my question at the end of the queue. I have so many questions.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Nikunj, next question is from Nimit Mehta in the Q&A box. So his is, can you please explain the working of Kusum scheme? How is the tendering going on? What are current and expected tenders, and in which states? Second is your market share in solar pumps. Given that a lot of new players are getting aggressive, what do they think? What will be happening to the pricing?
Okay. In solar pump, it's by tender and it's by qualification criteria. So until now, solar pump tenders, hardly 15, 20 or maximum 30 players can be qualified for a solar pump tenders. And usually they need like 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 solar pump experience. So maybe the new players, it's not very easy entry for solar pump segment. I'm not sure which particular segment Nimit is trying to say, but the current government solar pump segment is restricted by experience, and it's by tender. So once the tender, and most of the all of the tenders are already allocated, and it comes with fixed profitability. In the other question for the Kusum scheme, there are a Kusum A, Kusum B, and Kusum C. So one of the Kusum C is like pump, then Kusum A is like a PPA agreement, and a Kusum. So there are various Kusum Yojana within PM Kusum scheme. So we need to know which particular PM Kusum scheme he wants to know more. If for ground mounting PM Kusum scheme, APS is currently not very much active. For residential rooftop, yes, we are. And for a solar pump, yes, we are. So 10 states currently, we got the local agency already approved us for the work, and many of the states we already got work allocation done, and some states we are expecting within coming periods.
So next question from the Q&A is from Tejas Khandelwal. So his is, what is your take on the realization of solar modules going forward? So this is because some competitors experienced 4 to 5% drop in the realization on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Second is, what is the capacity utilization we'll be looking for financial year 2027?
Financial year 2027. See, capacity utilization again depend, say like APS have a 13-year experience and we are expecting to run 1.2 gigawatt capacity at the end of 13-14 years, by again after 6 months. So for us, we don't feel the challenging, but if the solar panel manufacturer who are limited by segment, like who are just doing ground mounting or who are just doing say like a distribution only, then definitely they have to recheck before expanding their capacity. In terms of the in terms of the realization in a profit, as long as we are able, say, to utilize 60-70% of our capacity, we are expecting similar profit from profit margin from the business, because we are a diversified solar panel manufacturer who have the solar panel supply also, solar pump in our portfolio, and retail direct retail and C&I projects in our portfolio as well.
Now, one last question. This is from Plus91 Asset Management. So, you are moving from modules into solar cell manufacturing. What strategic edge will you have in this backward integration given government TLI support and intense Chinese competition?
See, China is in solar cell manufacturing since last 15-20 years. We are protected by the government policy. So, and government policy is already there from 2026. We need DCR cell, and maybe after 6 months or 12 months, it's too early to say, but maybe they will further strengthen the requirement for imported solar cell within in a country as well. So we don't need to see how we can compete China, because it's like somebody is studying in PhD and somebody is in year 10, and we are trying to compete between those two students. It's a little bit bitter to hear, but this is the truth. When we see the Chinese company and the growth of the Chinese company and government support and the industry support, and it's at a different level. But good thing is, we have our own policy, we have our own demand, we have our own market, and we as a APS, if by entering in solar cell, currently we are seeing the margin, so much margin we are losing we are paying to solar cell manufacturers. But the good thing is we have a long-term good supply, so we can at least getting a continuous supply. But if there will be enough capacity in coming period, there are two types of solar cell manufacturer also coming. Some who already have a solar panel facility, some who doesn't have a solar panel manufacturing, and they are just coming with a fresh background in solar cell manufacturing. Some are already contacting us for the long-term contract with them, because they don't have a solar panel, but they are coming with solar cell. So in that case, the companies who will have right amount of capacity in both for solar cell and solar panel, they will have a sustainable margin long term. Example, if APS needs 2 gigawatt solar panel and APS will have a 3 gigawatt solar cell, that called right. And if we consume 70-80% of a solar panel within our business and 70-80% of solar cell for our business and little bit supply to other company, then those company will be always sustainable. But if somebody have 15 gigawatt capacity, and if their utilization will go, say like a 5 gigawatt or 6 gigawatt, they will start losing money. I hope it clears the answer of the question. But if there is a further questions anyone have, please pass our email address and we will address each and every question.
Thank you, sir. That was the last question. Now I would like Nikunji and Kalpeshji to move forward with the closing remarks.
Once again, I can see more than 56 party for earning calls. I'm very, very happy to see all of them, and thank you very much for time you have spent and all the questions you have asked to us. Sorry, due to time limit, we couldn't answer each and every question, but you can take our email address from Confidently Partners, and please send us an email and we will answer each and every question within a timeline. Thank you very much. Thank you.